Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. I'm coming to you guys with my full labor and delivery video today. I know I haven't really been posting on YouTube, which was really the point of this whole channel, was to post my pregnancy journey. But I've really been posting mostly on Instagram because Instagram is so much easier to post pictures and videos and stuff like compared to YouTube. Like YouTube is like a long process to post stuff. But today I'm answering all you guys' questions in regards to my labor and delivery. So I posted this before and after picture on Instagram of me and Jace, me at 36 weeks pregnant when he was in my stomach still, and then when he was out of my stomach, I think he was 2 weeks in the picture. And on that picture I asked you guys to ask me any questions you had in regards to my labor and delivery, so I'm going to answer those now. The question is, did you have any tears? And so my estimated due date was on June the 4th. And I didn't have any dilation, I didn't have any cramping, my water never broke, like nothing ever happened up until June 4th, like, and after June 4th. So my doctor scheduled me to get induced on June the 7th at 8 o'clock at night. So at 8 o'clock at night, we went to the hospital, me, Jordan, and all my sisters, my mom, and everything. And we went up to the hospital, and that's when they gave me Pitocin, which is supposed to speed up your contractions and like make your uterus contract more, and it's supposed to like encourage the baby to go down and expand your uterus, not your uterus, your cervix. It's supposed to expand your cervix, that way you can push the baby out. So I went there and did all that, and literally like every time I checked my cervix, it was still at a fingertip wide. Like she was like, you're just at a fingertip, you're not even a centimeter, and you gotta be 10. So me and the baby are just chilling pretty much, like there was nothing happening. And then around like 12 o'clock noon on June the 8th, she checked my cervix again, and I was at 3 centimeters dilated. And when she checked me, that's when my water like just broke. Like as soon as she put her hand up in there to see what was going on, my water just popped everywhere, which I was honestly happy about because I did not want to be one of those people that was out in public, like at the store or at work or anywhere, and my water broke. Like that was like the last thing that I wanted to happen with me in this pregnancy. Like I just feel like it's just too much. Like to be out and then your water just burst and then you gotta run to the hospital, and it's just, I don't know. I just did not want to experience that. So I was happy that my water broke in the hospital instead of like out in public. So after my water broke, that's when things started to speed up a lot, and my cervix started like expanding to like 8 centimeters, then 9.5. And she was like, okay, I'm about to get your doctor because we're about to have this baby. We're about to start pushing. And I'm like, pushing, like this, everything happened so fast. Like after my water broke, like literally my cervix just started expanding and the baby was ready to go. And I'm like stressed out because I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm really about to have a baby. Like I think it didn't hit me until then when she said you're about to start pushing. And I'm just like, I've been in this hospital for 2 days and it didn't hit me till right now that I'm about to have a baby. So my doctor came in and she's telling me that I need to push. And I was honestly stressed out about pushing because it's just like, how do you push a baby out of you, you know? But I guess they keep telling you it's kind of like you're gonna go poop, like just push like you're pooping. But they wanted me to like take a deep breath in and then like hold my breath as I'm pushing out. So it's like I'm just like squeezing my whole body and like holding my breath and pushing forward, like just trying to push the baby forward. And I had a mirror in front of me, like in front of my legs and stuff, so I could see the baby's head like coming down. But like every time I seen his head poking out, it's like it would just go in at one spot and go back in, and then go back to that one spot, go back in. And she was like, Jazz, we're gonna have to cut you open because this baby is not coming out this way. Like we're gonna have to cut you open. I'm just like, cut what open? And she's like, we're gonna have to just do like a small cut right here, and just to cut down like that little space in between your vagina and your asshole, like right there. And I'm just like, what? You about to cut where? And she's like, we're just gonna do a small cut right there, and then it's just gonna help the baby come out, and then we can sew you back together. I'm just like, you cutting what? And so it's when in my head I was just like, what are you talking about? But then it's like, it's just so much pressure and everything going on at the same time. Just like, okay, well hurry up, just get it done. Like I'm trying to hurry up and see my baby. Like I'm hot, I can't breathe. It's stressful. My legs is open in the air. People are in between my legs looking at me. Like it was just a lot going on. So she cut me open, and literally like you can just hear my skin tearing as she's cutting it down, and it's just like it's just, ugh, it was just so gross. Like the sound of it and then seeing it, because I had that mirror in front of me, it was just too much. But literally as soon as she did that, she told me to do one good push, and as soon as I pushed, he like flew right on out of there. And I'm just like, oh my God. So to answer your question, did I have any tears? Yes, because she literally cut my vagina open down to my asshole and ripped that shit right on open. Another question I had was, how has your schedule changed since giving birth? Honestly, I don't sleep at all. He wakes up every 2 hours to eat, and then I change his diaper, and then he goes back to sleep for another 2 to 3 hours. Then he gets up again in 2 or 3 hours, and then it's like nonstop. 2 to 3 hours is like my life. Either he's sleeping or he's awake looking at me eating, change his diaper, go back to sleep. Eat, sleep, eat, sleep. That's all he does all day long, every 2 to 3 hours. So I don't really sleep at all. And then even when he is sleeping, they say that you should try to sleep when your baby sleeps, but I really can't. Like, I'm just like staring at him, still trying to understand how I have a newborn. Like, it's just so weird to me that I'm a mom now. Like, it hasn't really, I mean, it's hit me, but it's like, how are you here? Even though I went through that whole process, I know what I went through, I seen you come out, but like, how are you real? Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me that I'm really a mom right now. The fourth question was, did you give birth naturally? And no, I did not give birth naturally. I definitely had an epidural. When I went in, they gave me Pitocin right away just so they could speed up my contractions. And then once my contractions started coming full force, they did give me an epidural, which I requested it because giving birth is no joke. Really, there was another question on here, I think. Let me see. Oh, they said, could you try to explain the pain of giving birth? Everyone I asked says it's just a different type of pain in quotation marks, but I'm giving birth in 2 months, so I need to know. And honestly, like, we're women, so we have periods and stuff, but if you don't have bad period cramps, then you really don't know. But that's literally what contractions feel like. It feels like really, really intense period cramps. But when I had felt the contractions full on before I got the epidural, it's like I had very, very bad period cramps in the front, and then like I had a shooting pain in my back. So it's like, it was literally like, it's like you're surrounded by pain. So it's like, you're just like literally about to scream. I was pretty much holding on to the top of the hospital bed. Like, I was like pulling my body up the hospital bed, like just trying to like ease the pain and squeezing Jordan's hand because like I really didn't know what else to do. Until I got the epidural. Say when you get an epidural, you're not gonna feel anything, but they make sure you still feel, like, they don't give you like a big dosage of it. Like, I could still feel my legs. They were just like sleeping, which I thought my legs would be numb and I wouldn't feel them, period. But it's like, it felt like I was sitting on my legs all day, so they like fell asleep. Like, they have like that tingly feeling to them. So I thought I was just gonna be completely numb, but really you just like have a tingle to your legs. And then I thought I wasn't gonna feel my stomach, but I could definitely feel my stomach. It's like my thighs and down, I couldn't feel. So thankfully I couldn't feel my vagina when she cut that shit open because I would have been really screaming. But like I couldn't feel anything like waist down. Waist down, it was just like a tingly sensation, like it was sleeping pretty much. But in my head, I thought when I got an epidural, I wasn't gonna feel nothing. Like, I was just gonna be numb, like baby's just gonna slide out, everything was just gonna be peachy. But no. They want you to feel the contractions in your stomach, so that's how you know when to push. So once you start feeling pressure in your stomach, that's when you just know that you got to start pushing, because I guess you're only supposed to push through a contraction. So when you're not feeling a contraction and you start pushing, nothing's gonna happen. You don't feel the cramping as bad as you do when you have the epidural though. So it's like you just feel like someone's pushing down on your stomach. And when you feel someone pushing down, that's when you just start pushing. It's honestly kind of annoying the way moms will kind of make it a competition on how you decided to bring your child into this world. Like, say you went all natural and then someone else had an epidural. It's like, okay, well, since you went all natural, like, you are just so superior to me because I had an epidural and you went all natural. Like, you're so much stronger than me as a mother because you decided to endure the pain and I decided not to. Like, moms really do look down on other moms just on how they decided to bring their child into this world. And like, God forbid you had to have a C-section like due to an emergency, like an umbilical cord getting wrapped around the child's neck, or like the mom having really high blood pressure and the mom was just under too much stress, so she had to get an emergency C-section. Like, you just never know what happened that had to make that situation happen. Like, you don't know why she had to bring her child into this world the way she brought him in. But why does it matter? Like, why does it matter if someone had a water birth compared to someone that had an epidural? Or why does it matter that she went all natural and she decided to get medication? Why is it a competition on how we decided to bring our children into this world? At the end of the day, if the child is here and it is happy and it is healthy, and the mother is happy and the mother is healthy, why does it matter how the child got here? Like, I did not know that this was a thing until I got pregnant, and people are just like, oh, are you gonna go all natural or are you gonna get an epidural? And I'm just like, I don't know, it depends on what happens the day I give birth. It's just like weird to me that I never knew that it was like an unwritten competition that's in the mother world that I never knew about. And it's like no one talks about it, but it's there. And I didn't know it was there until I got pregnant. But I feel like if I carried this child inside of me for however many months, because I know some mothers have their kids earlier than others, why does it matter? If the child is here, the child is happy, I'm happy, that's my story. I gave birth to a happy child. That's my story. I don't understand like why it has to be, oh, so you had to get a C-section? Well, why'd you have to do that? Oh, you got an epidural so you couldn't take the pain of it? Oh, you went all natural? Oh, so you're a strong woman. Like, no, that doesn't make them stronger than the next person. Like, not knocking anybody that did a natural birth, not knocking anybody that did a medicated birth. Like, we are all strong because we carried a life and brought life to this world. Like, what does that make? How does that make us the competition? Like, we're all in this together. Like, we brought in life to this world together. But yeah, that's my whole view on everything. Like, I just feel like it's not necessary to really judge somebody on how they decided to bring their child into this world, if you get what I'm saying. Someone else asked me, how long were you in labor for? And I didn't really go into active labor, I think, until, well, on June 8th, which is the day he was born. And I want to say it didn't even really happen until like around either like 1 or 2 o'clock. Like, I really wasn't in labor for only like maybe like 5 hours. I wasn't in labor for very long at all, because they gave me that Pitocin and it sped up my contractions, and then that's when I started going into active labor. But that whole night that I went the night before on June 7th, there was nothing going on. I was just like literally chilling in the hospital bed. Someone else asked me, are you breastfeeding? If so, how is it going? I wanted to breastfeed originally when I went in, like when I first gave birth. That was like my main goal, was to breastfeed, and he was not latching on at all, and also I didn't have any milk. So I was attempting to breastfeed him, at least trying to get him to latch on, but there was nothing coming out of my boobs, like nothing. So I started him on formula, the Enfamil Neuro Pro formula, and I had him on that, and my milk did not come in until the 6th day, so when he was 6 days old. So then I did start trying to breastfeed him then, but now I'm just mixing, I'm pretty much mixing formula and breast milk together. So some days he'll just have straight breast milk, other days I'll just pump and mix the breast milk and the formula together, and it seems to be working fine for him, so I'm not really tripping. I did originally just want to like exclusively just breastfeed, but it just wasn't working because I didn't have no milk for the first pretty much almost a full week when he was here, and it's like he was screaming and crying because he needed to eat and I couldn't feed him, which was stressing me out because it's like I'm supposed to be providing for him and he's not eating. Like, it was very stressful for me. But now that I have him on that, we're perfectly fine now. So basically he's being formula and breastfed. It's just like mixed together. Okay, so the last question is, how are you doing since you had the baby? And honestly, I was extremely stressed out when I first had him. When I first came home, I was stressed out because, like I said, he was not eating at all because I kept trying to breastfeed him and there was nothing coming out. So he was literally just screaming and crying nonstop because he wanted to eat, and I thought I was feeding him, but I was not. Like, there was nothing coming out of my boobs at all. And then I was also stressed out about Mello meeting him because I just felt like Mello and him would not get along, or Mello might feel like I'm trying to neglect him or something. Like, I don't know. I was just having all types of thoughts in my head, and I was literally stressing myself out for no reason. Like, Mello and Jace get along perfectly fine. My breast milk ended up coming in, so he's being fed perfectly fine. Like, everything is going good. But in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, like the first week I was beyond stressed out. I was crying every single day because I didn't know what to do. Like, it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot when you bring home a newborn because they can't talk to you. They literally, the only way they can communicate to you is by screaming and crying. So it's like you gotta just figure it out. But it's been great ever since then. Like, now I have like kind of a routine. He pretty much sleeps and eats every 2 to 3 hours. So it's like I just kind of just go by his schedule now. And everything has been working out really, really good. He will be a month old tomorrow, which is crazy because I feel like it's been about 6 months. I'm not even gonna lie. I have not slept, so I feel like time is just going by real slow. And everybody says, oh no, it's gonna fly by, cherish all these moments. Time is not flying. Time is going by slow motion for me. I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but I feel like it's going by real slow. I feel like he should be at least a good 4 or 5 months by now, and he's only gonna be 1 month tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting a lot more on here. I know I say that all the time, but I'm about to just make this my whole little family channel and just post updates about Jace and let you guys know how everything is going over here. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them below, and do not forget to subscribe. This is my little baby. This is my sweet little boy. Say I'm a sweet little boy. He's hungry, so we're about to go. This is mom life right here, for real.